that's it. That's it. You can feel it. And that's it. Hi, welcome back. It's Adrian, the Mountain Man. I got you guys set up on my Jeep, so I apologize for the lighting that's strange. If you see the title of the video, you know I've got some unfortunate news. So I came out here to, these are my favorite trails growing up. This is where I fell in love with running. It's right along a river. I'll show you down there. I'll walk down there in a bit, but it's starting to get dark, so that's why I have all the Jeep lights on me. I just want to make sure everyone can see me. Yeah, so I drove up here to New Hampshire on Monday to for the Midstate Massive, which is tomorrow morning. Monday evening, the last 3 or 4 miles, I'm sorry, 3 or 4 hours, I picked up my stepmom in Connecticut. She was visiting a friend, and we chatted the whole time, and my throat was feeling a little sore, but you know, the Jeep can be pretty loud on the highway, and you know, I work from home most of the time, so I really don't talk to people that often. So I just thought that I was like overworking my vocal cords and, you know, talking really loud for a few hours. Tuesday, my throat was a little sore as well, but not bad. It didn't get worse. And then I can't remember the details of when, but kind of throughout the week, off and on, I had a little bit of headache, so I would take a couple of, you know, Tylenol or Relief or something like that. And so, like, my throat was pretty consistently the same, and the headache kind of was going back and forth. My dad had a surgery, like a minor surgery last Friday, and it got a little bit of an infection, so he wasn't feeling that great either. And then Friday morning, so this morning, the day before the race, my stepmom told me that my dad had some chills and like a fever overnight, and I said, I think I might have a fever. I'm not sure, but maybe. So we took my temperature. It was essentially 100 degrees. And so I still didn't really think anything of it, but with the race, you know, I was like, well, let's go get some COVID tests. Let me take some COVID tests. And so my dad came back negative, so that's good news. But I came back positive. And then I took another one just because we had it and just to be sure. And it came back positive right away. So I had to withdraw from the Midstate Massive, which is a bummer. But it's not the worst news. Like I said, I'm feeling fine. I'm starting to get a little stuffed up. My throat is getting a little bit more sore. I've had to take have a few cough drops just to make sure it doesn't get too sore, just to kind of help it feel better for a while. And then I'm fine for a couple hours, and I have to take another one. So far, nothing major. But it's been months that I've been working towards this. So it is definitely a bummer. But not worth getting anyone else sick. You know, when the people started doing ultras in the midst of COVID, started bringing them back, they were pretty good about individually packaged things, or, you know, you having to bring your own things. But the last couple of races I've done, it's been like, here's a bowl of chips, stick your hand in there. Here's some gummy bears, stick your hand in there. And I don't want to risk it. I don't want to get anybody else sick. You never know anybody else's situation and what their you know, what their vulnerabilities are. So it's not worth it for me to, and I would feel terrible if I did. So there's the Uwharrie 100 in a couple of weeks. It's on the 22nd. And today is the 7th. If I'm feeling okay, if I'm recovered, I don't know if I'm at the ending stages, the beginning stages, if this is going to get worse. If I'm recovered, I will probably do that. It's a couple hours from my house. It's a couple hours from Durham. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I would like to do, if I do a race, I would like it to be within a couple of hours of Durham. This race is pretty expensive for me personally. It's a lot of money for me to, you know, sign up and then drive all the way up here and then drive all the way back and everything associated with that. I've been able to stay with my parents, so that's been good. But if it's further, there's nothing within a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours, then I will probably scrap kind of November, December. And if you watch my race schedule video, I do have an ultra in January and February, trail marathon in March, and 100 in April. So I've got a full schedule come the new year. So it's not the end of the world. I'm hoping I won't be out from running due to COVID for very long. I'd like to get back at it. And I still have really big goals. And I'm not trying to be somebody who like teases the big goals. But I've got to run a couple more ultras. But I do have big goals for the next Umstead 100. But we'll see where I'm at before I you know, again, I'm not trying to be be elusive on that. I just it's a big goal, and I don't want to put that out there if it's ridiculous. So anyway, I hope everybody else is doing well. I know a lot of people are racing this weekend. This video might go out tonight. Probably won't get uploaded until sometime over the weekend. So if people are running the Chicago Marathon, good luck to them. I'll be rooting for you and watching. And once again, good luck to Dan Shivak, who's doing the Steamtown Marathon, not the Steamboat Marathon, which I said earlier. So good luck to him and to everyone else racing. I hope everyone's healthy. And I'm going to shoot some video I did a little bit earlier before it got dark, but like I said, I just felt like this was the right place to do this video where I grew up running and where I fell in love with trail running, and it just seemed fitting. So all right, I will check in with you guys later, probably next week sometime. I'm not sure quite when I'm gonna go home. You know, my parents have already been exposed at this point for a week, so it probably makes more sense to stay here than it does to go home. And then, you know, potentially expose my wife. So anyway, I'll let you guys know either way. And thanks for checking in, and thanks for everybody who already knows or who didn't know and wished me well for the race. I appreciate everything, all the comments and likes, and that's it. That's it. You can feel it. And that's it. So check in with you guys next week. Thanks so much.